Hi everyone, welcome to Thursday. And today I'm going to bring up an interesting share. It's called Manawa Energy. I came across it over the weekend when I was doing my share trading signals, and it had quite a bit of interest to me actually. So I've certainly got it on a watch list, and we're going to take a dive into it today and just share what I have discovered or like about this particular share. Just remember before we do that this is for educational purposes only. It's certainly not intended to be personalised advice or anything like that. It's not taking your personal circumstances into consideration. So without any further ado, we'll jump on and share my screen. Okay, here we go. I have brought up Manawa Energy. I'll just pop it over a 2-year period. And whilst it's been in rather much a downtrend, certainly since the start of this chart, which was April 2022, I'll just pop it over 5 years as well. So yeah, it did hit in obviously January 2021. It did hit a high of about $8.90, and it's currently trading at about $4.69. Just pop that back over onto the 2-year one. In fact, I'm just going to go a little bit closer than that. What really sort of caught my eye, here we go. Again, let's come back to the daily candle, is when I look at this down here over on the right. So for the past 5 weeks, we have seen some good, strong upward movement. Okay, this week has started off with a little red candle, and that, to be honest, doesn't surprise me, because if you've listened to any of my reviews and that before, shares, in my view, are just like us. We can't keep breathing out forever. We've got to take a breath in. So that is obviously what I see this share's doing. But given we've had 5 positive weeks in a row, that to me is a very, very good indicator. You can also see down the bottom here, just a little bit, I'll just see if I make it a full screen. You can see that the volume has started to increase as well, which is great. And even on our little red candle, there's negligible volume, which is a positive indicator. Now, I'm not saying that this share is necessarily going to keep heading north, but it's got some great indicators there. So without further ado, we'll put the moving averages on. So if you follow me regularly, you know I like to use the 30 exponential and also the 15. So what we can see here is that it is starting to trade above both of those moving averages, which is a really, really good indicator. It crossed over and headed down about August 2021, and since then it's obviously been trading below both of those moving averages. But as you can see here, 2 weeks ago it did jump above, which is a great indicator, and we're starting to see these moving averages getting really close to crossing. They haven't crossed yet. They're certainly touching, but they haven't crossed. But that to me is a good sign. So we want to just keep an eye out for that as well. Now I'll just take those moving averages off, and we'll just, given it is on the main board, we'll put the comparison for the S&P 50 on here as well. Oops, it's just being awkward for me. I'll just see if I can get back out of that screen. Here we go. Hopefully that'll work. Here we go. That's better. Okay, so we do have quite a way to go before this particular share does cross over or trade above where the main board is. But that to me it's still a good indicator as to perhaps where this share could be going. And you never know, it could get back up there. Okay, because obviously with the main board, you've got roughly 50 companies on our stock exchange that make up that main board. And for me anyway, I do want to see shares that are trading above it. But that doesn't mean we can't put something like Manawa Energy onto a watch list and just see how it goes. So for me, there is a bit more room there that it needs to go. It's obviously the main board's trading down about 5% at the moment, according to this, and this one is obviously about 34% below that. But it doesn't mean to say that it can't suddenly turn around and be one of the drivers of our main indices, being the S&P NZSX 50. So that's really what I wanted to show you today. I thought that was quite an interesting share to maybe keep an eye on. Like I say, it hasn't reached my buy signals yet, but it doesn't mean to say that it's definitely not a consideration in the future. And on that, if you are looking to perhaps cut down some of the noise as to choices out there and what is going to be appropriate, come on and jump over to my 30-day free trial, where I send you out the signals for each week. I only do it weekly, and it's 30 days. So each week I will send out if there's any new trades. Last couple of weeks, to be fair, there hasn't been. And then I will also send out a notification to say if any stop losses have moved, in which case that's what I use. I like to use a stop loss to protect my capital. And as the share rises, I like to move that stop loss up. And so eventually we will be in profit, which is great. And in fact, some shares already are, which is a really good sign if you were an early adapter. But it doesn't mean you've missed the boat by any stretch of the imagination. So the links are attached to this. So I'd love for you to come along and join. And like I say, it's 30 days free, and I send you all the details. And hopefully it just cuts down the noise. It's certainly not recommendations. It's just the methodology I use. And like I say, cut down noise for you and hopefully make it a little bit more simpler for looking at potential shares for your own portfolio. So until next week, have a great day. Thanks very much.